we don't necessarily use our APC rinse if there's no need for it. See how the coating rejects the shampoo? It's doing its job, holding very, very strong. And they don't believe that it's one layer of Crystal Serum Light. If you are maintaining ceramic coated vehicles on a regular basis, I'm sure you have your standard operating procedures and products. I'm going to show you mine. Now, these products are from Next Level. Now, I use a variety of products. These are new to me, and I'm using them today on this vehicle that we coated almost 3 years ago. Now, if you want to watch the original video of us coating this GMC Yukon, I'll have the video in the card at the end of the video. And of course, you see us use all sorts of products on here, and it's not always about the products. It is more about the methods and the techniques that you use in maintaining vehicles and in detailing vehicles in general. But I am going to show you some awesome options today, and one of them is this, the Auto Snow Foam from Next Level. So our standard operating procedure for ceramic coated vehicles now is foaming the entire vehicle down dry. Not really pre-rinsing unless there's like really, really heavy mud on the vehicle, but we really don't see that here. We don't deal with disaster vehicles, so we're not washing off tons and tons of mud. These vehicles are well maintained, they're just daily drivers. So with this one, it's been sitting in the garage, even though it's in direct sunlight right now outside of our shop. I'm not worried about excessive heat or anything like that because the vehicle is still cool to the touch. However, if you are a mobile detailer and you are dealing with heat and direct sunlight, make sure to change up your methods just a little bit. And I know you may have your standard operating procedure, the way that you usually do things, but you need to be flexible. If it's a cool and cloudy day, well then you don't really have to worry too much about standing water on the paint. But if it is hot and sunny and you're in direct sunlight, then you definitely have to worry about that. So with all of that said, here's our procedure. We're gonna foam the entire thing down with the Auto Snow Foam. This is going to be our pre-wash. For ceramic coated vehicles or even waxed or sealed vehicles, we don't necessarily use our APC rinse if there's no need for it. An APC rinse is using a stronger APC or an all-purpose cleaner or a degreaser, whatever you want to call it. We typically use Super Clean diluted 1:10 in our IK foamer, and that is pretty strong stuff, but even at that dilution ratio, it's okay to use on the paint. We've been using that standard for a long time. Of course, there's precautions to take. Just don't let it dry on the paint. Don't just put it on a hot vehicle. Always rinse it, cool things down, and then apply it. Only let it sit on there 30 to 60 seconds at the most, and then rinse it right off. But for protected vehicles, you don't need to do that. In fact, using something like this, it's still going to clean, but it's not going to be a super high alkaline product that is going to weaken waxes and sealants. On ceramic coatings, you can get away with doing APC rinses every once in a while, and it's not going to affect the coating. In fact, sometimes it is needed to kind of unclog the coating, especially on the bottom half of the vehicle. So I'm going to add a couple ounces into my foam cannon as my pre-wash, and then for my regular wash, I'm going to use the regular Auto shampoo from Next Level. Now, what's the difference? Well, this one is meant to use as a pre-wash. So it's going to be a little bit stronger cleaning-wise. Could you use it as a shampoo? Yeah, you probably could. Then we have two of their spray-on sealants, basically. They're both ceramic-based. This one is a ceramic spray wax. This one is a ceramic spray coating. What's the difference? This one claims up to a year of protection. This one doesn't really say necessarily, but probably a few months. And you can use these on ceramic-coated vehicles. So we can actually use this as a topper. So we're letting this dwell on the paint for maybe about a minute or so. Again, just watch what the foam does on the vehicle. If you're in direct sunlight and in heat, it's going to dry up faster. Now, it's okay if foam like this dries a little bit on your paint because there's water softeners and protectants in the foam itself that's not going to harm the paint. So I'd rather let this dry in the paint than just water alone. So this is just rinsing the vehicle down after the snow foam. That's it. No contact washing, The coating looks incredible, as you can see. That's what we want to see. That is what a true ceramic coating does.
So this is just the pre-wash phase, and look how clean the vehicle is already. Now, we had some bugs up here, and they're not completely gone. There's still a little bit there. There's still a little bit here that I saw, but the majority of it is gone. We still have some heavy bugs right here. Now, do we need to use a bug remover necessarily on these bugs? You can if you want, but let's do the wash process first, the contact wash process, and see if we can remove these bugs gently without having to use any other chemical or any other aggressive bug scrubbers. Sometimes these bugs are just going to wash right away with a contact wash. So now we're going to foam it down with the regular auto shampoo from Next Level and then get to contact washing. I'm going to bring you in for a close look at how the ceramic coating responds, how clean the paint is, how nice it feels. Well, you can't feel it, but you get it. You can see how the coating rejects the shampoo. It's doing its job, holding very, very strong. Now this auto soap has a little bit more cling to it. It's not just falling off the coating, but you can see how it's rejecting it now once you get to contact washing it. And I like that attribute in a soap. I like it to cling instead of just fall off. So whatever is in this soap, it clings even to ceramic coatings, which I think is better because it's going to clean better and it provides an awesome slick surface. Look at that, that is awesome. All right, that's really good. This is a great shampoo to use for maintaining ceramic coatings. There's no protection in it, so it's not going to leave anything behind, but it cleans well, revealing the quality of the coating underneath. So this is a brand new wash mitt from Purist. It's a pure white wash mitt. I have the teeniest amount of dirt that I can see here that's just browning the mat a tiny bit. But once you put it in the bucket, in the wash bucket, and you mush it against the grit guard and everything, it releases any type of junk that might be on the mitt. But it is very, very clean. That's why the pre-wash is so important. All right, now it is all dried. We just did the interior. Not much to really show in the interior because it's really clean in there. Just a tiny bit of dirt, so vacuum, wipe down, everything is good to go. Because this is just our maintenance detail, so nothing really extensive on the interior. But the exterior, I am going to do just a light application of the next level ceramic spray wax. Now, they also have the spray coating. This is more of a standalone product, so you don't really use this on ceramic coated vehicles. I would use this instead. Now, why use a topper on a ceramic coated vehicle? Everybody's got their own opinions, and you usually see a lot of detailers kind of poo-pooing on that idea because they want the ceramic coating to be the main protection, and they think if you put something on top of it, it's going to mess with the hydrophobics, and you're not getting the true qualities of the ceramic coating and all of that nonsense. That doesn't really ring true at all. It doesn't make logical sense. That's more of a personal opinion and more of a, I don't know, sometimes a psychotic thinking to me. Because if you're maintaining a vehicle for your customer, for your own vehicle, you can do whatever you want. But this is a detailing business, and this channel is designed for detailing businesses. If you are maintaining ceramic coating, why would you just let the ceramic coating go on its own without maintaining it properly, like the ceramic coating companies recommend? For example, this is Crystal Serum Light, 1 layer, and we prepped it using the Dr. Beasley's NSP primer system. Both this vehicle and the blue Acura that was in a different video, which it'll be up in the card somewhere if you want to check that video out, where we polished and ceramic coated both these vehicles, and now we maintain them every 6 months. But 1 layer of Crystal Serum Light, and it's responding like this. And a lot of detailers watch these videos and they don't believe that it's 1 layer of Crystal Serum Light. Why? I don't know, but they obviously are not getting the same results. Are they not prepping it properly? Are they not applying it properly? Are they applying it, I don't know, in an environment that's not conducive to ceramic coatings? I don't know. Or is the customer doing something to the vehicle that they don't understand or they don't know, and then when the vehicle comes back to them, they're seeing poor results? That it's not because of the coating, and it's not because of the detailer, it's maybe because of what the owner is doing. I don't know, and I can't say. However, I am getting fantastic results, but it is because we are so meticulous when it comes to the prep work and the application of the coating. I've never had problems. And I think the priming part of it, the prep part of it with the Dr. Beasley's NSP systems, I think for me, that's what's doing the trick. That's what's really increasing the durability and making the coatings perform even better than what most people are seeing. But when it comes to maintaining, for example, G-Technic's recommendations is actually washing it with their shampoos, of course, and then an application of this, C2V3, which I think is relabeled and now called ceramic sealant. This is designed to be used on top of ceramic coatings. It can be a standalone product because you can get about 6 months durability out of it, but you can also dilute it 1-to-1 with water and kind of use it like a quick detailer. Or you can spray it on wet panels on a ceramic coated vehicle after it's been washed and rinsed and dry it into the panel, and it adds protection. You don't have to worry about it affecting the hydrophobics. It's using the same formulation. And in fact, many other ceramic spray sealants or spray detailers are going to do the same thing. They might be slightly different formulations, but using the same base ceramic polymers that are going to be attracted to one another. So ceramic coatings are going to attract other ceramic sealants and ceramic waxes and anything that is ceramic based. So you don't have to overthink that. Don't worry about that. Coating companies recommend doing it this way. Gion does it, Dr. Beasley's does it. They all say wash with their soap and then put this topper on top of it, and it's going to maintain it, it's going to keep it fresh. It's putting a sacrificial layer on the coating. That's just proper. That's just logical to do. Why would you just put some sort of a protectant on it and then not do anything about it? And I know some may think, well, that's the protectant. Sure, there's no harm in adding extra layers on top of it to maintain it. Same goes with PPF. If you put PPF on, is that it? Do you just leave it alone? You just wash it? And I mean, you can, but is that going to really get the best performance out of it? Well, of course not. You can ceramic coat over PPF. They recommend that. They suggest it. In fact, PPF companies usually have their own coating that goes on top of PPF. So, of course, you want to add layers and protect whatever is underneath. That simply makes sense. And that goes with pretty much anything across the board. So I know I've had this conversation on camera so many times, but still, there's a lot of people out there who are very, very confused and or misinformed about how to deal with ceramic coatings. And I think it comes from a lot of the torture testing types of videos, which that's fine. They're kind of fun to watch, but you know, I don't watch those thinking that I'm going to choose the product because of that. That doesn't make a difference to me. No one washes their vehicles that way. In fact, that would be the most improper way to wash a vehicle, to spray all those different chemicals on it. It's cool to watch. Again, it's fun, but I don't watch those videos anymore. They don't really do anything for me. I'd rather watch videos about real detailers washing, ceramic coating them, going through real processes, and actually cutting through all of the bureaucracy of it, because you get a lot of these higher end detailer guys that give you information, and a lot of it is just based off of their own opinion and their own procedures, and not necessarily logic or according to the variables that are out there in the world. It's just according to their little neck of the woods, so to speak. That's why I give information, and it is according to my neck of the woods, but I also tell viewers, you need to figure it out for yourself. You need to know what you need to do in your particular scenario. If you're a mobile detailer, you can't always do all the things that you see us doing, because now we're in kind of a shop environment. But I came from the world of mobile detailing, so I understand the logic. And in fact, it was 10 plus years of mobile detailing. So I learned a lot of tricks and a lot of things to work around systems that a lot of these other YouTube detailers would definitely look down on, but for no apparent reason, just because of their own elitist type of opinion. So you got to be careful about that. Watch different YouTubers and detailers, but take a lot of it with a grain of salt. And also understand that what I'm doing, you may not be able to do in your particular scenario because of the innumerable variables that are out there. But for our process here, what we do works incredibly well. Our customers are happy, we have a successful business, and things just work the way that they are supposed to, because I've learned how to work all these different products and tools and systems to my benefit, to my advantage. So you need to do the same thing. It's okay to copy certain detailers to a certain degree and learn from them, but at some point you're going to veer off in your own direction, which is good. That's actually what you should be doing when it comes to any type of business. You need to veer off in your own direction and kind of forge your own path. You've learned from other people, but now you can take all that information and kind of start to do your own thing that works for you. And maybe it works better than what other people are saying, and other people just don't realize it. A lot of people will become stagnant in their thinking, in their way of doing things. So especially if they've been doing it for so long. If you've been detailing for 30 years, if you're still using the same procedures that you did 30 years ago, or even 20 years ago, or maybe even 10 years ago, then you're outdated. You gotta keep up with current trends, not necessarily fads or silly things that people do, but logical trends in the industry that make sense and that actually work. So keep all of that in mind. That's how you expand your knowledge base and your practice, basically. I kind of view this almost like the medical field. It's a practice. Things are changing all the time, and you have to keep up with it. And if you aren't, you're going to fall behind in your techniques and in your methods and in your tools, and things may become a little bit harder for you, and you may not even know it. You may be able to increase profits or become more fast and more efficient, but you refuse to because you don't want to let go of the past and let go of what you have been doing for so long, when it's okay to do that. As humans, we need to press on. We need to learn things, and we need to adapt to the situations. I know it's getting a little deep because this is just detailing, but that's my philosophy when it comes to a detailing business. Something that's trivial and not really needed in the world. If you're watching this, it means that you enjoy these processes and you want to learn more. So if you are enjoying these videos, then definitely subscribe. Make sure to click that bell because YouTube is being kind of silly and not pushing those notifications like they should be. That way you don't miss any of our videos. We have over 1,000 videos spanning 5+ years. So if you want to see some of our older stuff when we were mobile detailers, go back a couple of years in this channel and you'll see a lot of that information and a lot of that footage. So when it comes to maintaining a ceramic coating, you notice that there were some bugs on here on the front, some bird droppings. I don't know what they were. I think most of it was bugs. All of that washed right off. The pre-wash softened it up and got the majority of it off. And then the subsequent contact wash with the other auto shampoo cleaned off the rest without any harsh chemicals. I didn't need a bug remover this time around, and I didn't need a bug scrubber type of sponge at all. Everything washed right off without any hard scrubbing with that nice soft white mitt. Again, attributes of a ceramic coating, making things easier to clean. If there were some bugs or some bird droppings that really were stuck on, and really it's more bugs than bird droppings. Bugs can really get stuck on, bird droppings can etch in, even though bugs can etch into it, but you're usually dealing with a lot of the dead bodies that are just kind of, you know, stuck onto the paint. I know that sounded really gross. So for instance, the side mirrors did have some bug guts on there that needed a little bit more work. Just a little bit, or maybe it etched into the ceramic coating and it just wasn't coming off completely. I can kind of still see a little bit of an outline. In that case, don't use chemical and scrub away at it. Use something like this. This is CarPro Essence Plus. This is going to be your secret weapon for little issues on ceramic coated vehicles. It doesn't have abrasives. It's different from CarPro Essence. CarPro Essence has a little bit of abrasive in it. You can actually use it as a primer, which is pretty cool, but you got to wait like 24 hours before you can put a coating on it. That's why I don't use it. I do have a video on that years ago, but I don't use it like that anymore. You could use CarPro Essence in this way if you needed to, but remember it has abrasives in it. This does not. And this also has extra ceramic in it. So it's kind of like a boosted all-in-one, not to be used on a regular basis. This is kind of a secret weapon to kind of sniper out little defects on the paint, little imperfections. So bugs, bird droppings, maybe some water spots, something like that. For example, if this hood had some light water spotting, which I do see a little building up, but it's very, very minimal. But if it started to get a little bit heavier, and of course it's ceramic coated, I would just gently go over it with this and a black soft pad or a red soft pad and a polisher and just glaze over the paint, just very, very light, like I'm just applying a wax or a sealant, and the chemical agents in here are going to go to work, taking care of any of the light water spots, taking care of the bugs, taking care of any bird droppings, and it's going to remove them chemically, not abrasively, so you're not removing the ceramic coating at all, but you're also filling in dead spots in the ceramic coating. So think of it like patching up a ceramic coating that has seen better days. Usually towards the end of a ceramic coating's life, you can apply this over the entire vehicle and kind of extend its durability and extend its life a little bit. You're basically just kind of filling in the gaps before the coating is just completely dead and it needs to be polished and recoated again. So this stuff is awesome. I definitely suggest picking this up if you're applying ceramic coatings because you may need it. It'll remove high spots as well, which is really cool. And you can use it by hand or by machine. So with the side mirror, I just took a little microfiber applicator pad, tiny bit is all you need, like a little 1-inch line, and just gently worked it into the side mirror. It removed like 90% of the little bug etchings that were on there, left a nice glossy slick surface and kind of replenished the coating that was on there, because those areas, high impact areas, get it the worst. So those areas will need stuff like this and maybe a little bit of extra, you know, toppers on them as well. So that's it for this vehicle, guys. The next level products worked incredibly well. The snow foam, awesome stuff. The auto shampoo is also kind of a specialty shampoo. Really cool stuff. It's pH neutral, but the surfactants in it are really what clean the paint, and it's awesome for maintaining ceramic coatings. You choose whatever products you love to use, but if you're looking for something new, then give these products a try. They work exceptionally well. The wheel cleaner and the tire cleaner also worked awesome for this. I wouldn't say it's the strongest cleaner. I would use it more for maintenance, and that's really what these products are kind of designed for. Not for super heavy duty cleaning, but for maintaining daily drivers. But guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please subscribe and click that bell. And make sure to click those notifications on all, because YouTube has this silly way of notifying people, and they don't always notify our subscribers of new videos that we have on. So a lot of people miss things. So make sure to double check all that stuff, and hopefully you won't miss any further videos. So once again, guys, if you want to see the initial video that we did on this GMC, polishing it, coating it, doing all of that prep work, then check out this video right here, and we'll see you guys next time.